Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. To cut two things. I want you to know that, of course, it is Friday, so if there's anything you need to get out there regarding your life, your family, things you need to discuss, I want to remind you there is no tomorrow at this point, Cande. We have the weekend. But I also want to bring this up. Earlier in the show, you said that during your first job, you worked, your job was located near a prison, and you used to get fan mail from prisoners.
Yes,
now,
quite often.
So I don't know that we ever heard this story. We do know the story about how one of your first jobs was counting money down in the bowels of Monticello Raceway.
Yes. This is when I was, I think, a freshman in college. I had that job.
Okay.
That summer, yeah.
Now, where were you located near a prison? Were you getting fan mail?
My first job in radio was in Asbury Park, New Jersey. I did the 7 to midnight, so Rahway Prison is not far from there, and I would get a lot of mail from prisoners.
Obviously, they loved listening to you at night, Cande.
Yes, obviously. I shudder to think, but yes.
Did you have the voice that you have now back then?
It was probably even better back then. But yes, I have the same voice.
I might have put pen to paper had I been there at that time listening to you, Cande.
You see that? You see? Yeah, and I was the first live jock that they hired. They were an all-animated station. This really goes back. And then they got, the morning show and midday and whatever, but we started with the nights, so yeah.
Now, just because I'm a stickler for grammar and punctuation, you said they were an all-animated station, which means you were all cartoon characters.
I said automated.
Okay, you said animated, but that's okay.
Okay, well, I meant automated.
I understand. You were okay, but you're automated, and you were the first jock. Did you get marriage proposals or anything like that?
Not marriage proposals, but I had listeners that would call regularly, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean. Their one phone call would be to you, Cande?
I don't know that, but I would get calls. And you try to be nice to everybody. But
of course.
You know what? I actually made a friend who started as a fan. And we were friends for a number of years. So, things work out in weird ways.
And this person, and I mean this in all sincerity, because this person got out of prison, is still in prison. What happened?
No, this one wasn't in prison at all. Just a regular person.
All right, we're out of jail now. So
we're out of jail.
You made a friend, a guy friend or a girlfriend, Cande?
It was a guy. We were not romantically involved. We were friends.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes, after I got to know him better, we would go to Coney Island after my shift and have hot dogs.
Ooh, this is back in the day when you could trust listeners who would call you randomly and say, let's go out, let's go out. Could you imagine?
Okay, it's no wonder I'm into Ted Bundy shows.
This is something. So this is back. Can you tell us the year? What year is this? 1970 something?
This was 1982.
Okay, I was close. 1982. A listener makes friends with you over the phone, calls into your show, and says, "Do you remember the offer?" Like, I'm really interested in this. Like, do you remember?
No, he started to talk, and he said, "Oh, I'm so glad you're on. I love your show." Blah blah blah. And then we got to talking. We had certain things in common and whatever. And he would call every night. And then I think I don't know how it all happened, but in the end, once in a while, we would go to Coney Island for hot dogs after my shift.
Yeah, he wanted more. He wanted a relationship, Cande.
Well, he didn't get one.
No.
There's all kinds of relationships, there's friends.
Yes. But do you remember the day he called up and said, hey, I was wondering if you'd like to go to Coney Island with me?
No, it didn't quite happen like that because we talked for quite a while and we were like, oh, Coney Island, la la la. And then one day we'll go. And we did. We went a couple of times.
Very interesting stuff. You've lived the life. Are you ever going to write a book? You should write a book about all these experiences. You know that. I could write the forward.
I'm glad you find me so fascinating.
I want to write the forward, please. Please.
If you write that story about 10 years old, that's it.
Yeah, I want to write the whole thing.
Oh, boy.
The beginning. All right, there you go. Well,
okay.
that was a beautiful, something I hadn't known about you in all these years we've been together. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.